Hey guys, Thomas from Team Sakuraso here. And before I start off this market watch, I want to say thank you to you guys because on the last video I had a goal of 100 likes and we got 105 likes. I also want to say welcome to my new subscribers. We got like 15 subs off that video. And even if you subscribed a few videos back, because I get some subs every video, welcome aboard. Thank you for subscribing. May you guys save money on this game, either for profit or just play, collect, or any of the other plentiful reasons of this game. Welcome aboard. And we're going to get straight into this market watch. Just remember to smash that like button and subscribe if you haven't. Hit the notification bell so you don't miss my uploads, because some of these market watches have crucial information that you're going to want to know as soon as the video drops, because I go over cards a lot of other people or no other people are going over. And again, we have a lot of buyouts. Dragons, chamber dragon, like dragon maids. We've got some other buyouts people aren't talking about. So we're going to get into all that. Thank you to also my YouTube channel members. I really appreciate you guys a lot. Because the goal is 20 of them by the end of 2025, not 2024, 2025, right? Having 20 to 25 channel members. So if you love the channel, consider being a YouTube channel member. Check out the sponsors, Whatnot, and TCG Player in the description below. You buy anything on TCG Player, does not have to be just Yu-Gi-Oh! Using my affiliate link helps out the channel to no additional cost to you. And we're going to get right into this. So, Dragon Rulers got support, and I actually have an end board to show you guys on what it's looking at right now. But all of them are bought out. Now, I told people to buy these because the Dragon Rulers will come to 3 eventually, as well as, hey, it's going to be the year of water, right? So titles is what to get. And right now, yeah, these QCs are 18-20, but they were selling at the $26, $27 mark. And remember, this card, when it came out, was like $7. Like if we maybe scroll here, like, yeah, you see all the 12s, 10s here, but that's because the ban list brought them down. But you guys can see here, 12, 10, 12, 9, $8, $5, $8.50, right? This card was a lot lower. Now, the babies were always very high. The babies right now are $28 to $40. You have to, unfortunately, get these in the nostalgia pool, which is something I'm hoping to actually pull out of my 5 packs at the end of this video. I actually picked up a display during a Friendsgiving party. They had one display left when we went to get some drinks at Walmart. And I was like, you know what? Let's just buy it for good luck and have some fun with it. So you'll see that opening at the end of this video. Tempest, these are 2025s. The babies, Lightning is 35.40. I actually, unironically, had the wind one because I picked them up because I was like, well, I can't get the other ones. You know what? I'll just get these QCs because they're low. And yeah, now I don't want them anymore. 35.40. Blaster here, QCs. You have a one for $16, $15, $20 here. And remember, there's some more unverifieds here. So if we actually, janitor it up, shot the fresh off the press. You guys know Jay, amazing guy, by the way. Same with Sage. Love you, Sage. 2025 here for your QC blasters. The little babies here are 30, 37.45. And then we also have the Redoxes here at 18, 19. We've got the Dragon, again, Dragon Babies at 28.35. There's just, when something is needed in the nostalgia pool, it's just going to be very inflated because there's just not many of these cards. Like, not even, and I hate to call placers out, but like Gamer's Choice, Elite Games, like all these other big card stores, Card Guard, they don't have huge $100, $200, $300 walls to put up of these because they're very hard to pull. So if you have these cards or you want to buy max rarity Dragon Rulers, it's going to cost you a lot of money. Now, a card nobody's looking at is Blaze Supreme Ruler of Dragons. This is a card that I've talked about quite a bit. I said, guys, get this at $20. Get it at $20. This is a Dragon Ruler card, and it is also a very good rank level 7. If you don't know what this does, you detach material and you pop 2 cards, right? One from your hand or field and one your opponent controls, and then you can banish a total of 2 fire or dragon monsters from your hand or grave. You're special from this card, but return to the extract when it leaves the field, right? So it can be very good removal / ways to get stuff in the graveyard and then link it off. It's a very nice combo piece and it looks gorgeous. That's the reason I got mine. It was gorgeous. I got one singular copy and I would be to the moon if I could play it. Right now, guess what? They're $80, $100. And if you guys don't believe me that this card was $20, right here, it doesn't lie. 20s. And I did talk about this car by when it was 32, and I said it was still very good at 30. Just because you don't get into a car with the absolute lowest doesn't mean you can't get it to the high. Example, Trident Dragon. I told people before it got reprinted a long time ago, hey, get this for Edison, get this for Dragons. Hey, it's $2, and the only other printing it has is the 5D Suga. Get this Ultra at like a few, like $2, $3. And this, again, was years ago. This was like 3 years ago, and I ended up getting mine for 5, and then they went up to $100, right? But so I talked about the card also when it was 10, 15. And just because you don't get it at the lowest low doesn't mean you still shouldn't get the card. If you got these at 30, it's still wonderful. 40 even, right? So yeah, this card keeps going up and up. We do have, luckily, the regular version, which I've talked about very recently at $5, $6. I told people to get this. Well, right now, 14 going up to $20, $25. This was also one of the cards I wanted to put in the 5 cards I have here trade binder, because I thought Dragon Rulers would get support. Unfortunately, I was a couple days late on that. So yeah, this was gonna be an I told you so, and luckily it still kind of is, because I mentioned my market watches. But these secret rares are great, man. Terminal Revenge is such an amazing set. You know, every time I do a market watch, I feel like clicking on it and saying, what did they decide to buy out today? You know, and like we're looking at these low listings. By the way, the Exodia, which we saw with no listings selling at 63, are they now stabilizing at 75, $80. And someone actually did buy one at 80. But again, if you scroll down here, you could find people who were buying it at 60, like 63 right there, with this card. Now, currently right now, by the way, shout out to Mike Thomas on Twitter. I saw this on my feed and I didn't want to, you know, yank it for no reason. This is the board that he made. He has a combo video out as well, so you guys can go check that out. I know I am, because I love Dragon Rulers. You've got the seal here. You got Varuda, so very good. You got Borreload. You got IP. Now, I do not know what the trap is. Perfectly going to be perfectly honest. And you got Branded Regain. Now, the only interesting here is if he had the Bestial in hand or if he searched out. Again, with the new Dragon Rulers, especially the Light and Dark, the Bestials become very, very good. In fact, are the Bestials? Yeah, the Bestials are 1, 2, 3. I thought they were 6, 4, 5. Wait, hold on. 1, 2. Fuck. What? Ah, man, don't you love when your Yugi people can't count? It's a level 6. I thought it was a level 6. I knew it wasn't a level 7. Is this guy level 7? Nah, if they were all level 7s, this would be cracked here. But this is a pretty good board so far. And again, people are still making this. And if you've noticed, you got Borreload Dragon here. So I want to pull up Borreload Dragon because the way people get cards like Mouse, like Neo Tempest, right, which is a card we also went over in a 5-card Cyber Trade Binder, is you guys got to see what people are cooking up right when the cards drop to see what maybe has application. Now, Borreload Dragon is not a bad card right now. What's called what? It's a quick effect. You can target a effect monster on the field and rock a monster in your graveyard. Negate the effects of that monster on the field. If you do, special summon the other monster from your graveyard, and your opponent cannot activate responses to this. And this card can't be Stream of Valor card effects, and it can't be targeted. So, very not a bad boss monster to have whatsoever. These are $3. And remember, this is for QC. We could see this card go up and up if this actually is a piece that Dragon Rulers make, or just the other decks in general in the meantime. So $3 can't really be upset with a buy-in like that, especially because when we look over here, we see a downwards graph, and we actually have seen these were closer to 4. Now they're about 280, but they are going back up to that 350 mark. So not too bad here. Mucharmi Fualros here, Rage of the Abyss. If you guys did not see the news, these have dropped because Konami announced the reprint. 100, they're 95, 100, basically $110, but they were dropping to 100. Now, I'm going to quickly talk about that. Unfortunately, I was very late to making that video, so I decided just to put that segment here. The reason why a lot of players are frustrated slash happy about this is there's two sides of the coin. Number one, a staple that was $140, right? Let's call it $400 for a set right here, is now going to be cheap and affordable because when we get Stampede, you know what? I know a lot of these staples haven't really gone over 10, but Imperm has over time. Let's just say an example that these are $20, $15 to $20. Getting a set of these has become affordable. And not only that, but since Stampede is in April, guess what's in June? Nationals. WCQs are there. People can actually have these cards and afford them before the big events. The bad news, though, is that Konami is going kind of crazy with these reprints. I mean, usually with these cards in like Rage of the Abyss and all the other stuff, well, those cards are reprinted in the next following year's tins, right? If they're not super close to tins, it's the next year's tins. So usually we would have seen the first reprint of Fualos in October of next year. So in 10 months, we have it in our hand, right? Not announced, in our hand in 10 months. And now people are like, wow, well, I got this card a month and a half, 2 months ago, and now it's going to get reprinted. We're going to lose value. We're going to lose money because, yeah, maybe there's some YCSs, maybe there's regionals in between, but, you know, you're not getting as, with the amount of money you put in this card, you're not going to be able, you don't really have the justification because you don't have, you spent $450, let's say on a set, 400, and instead of getting that year of play of this, you really got 7-8 months, something like that. You know, you got a lot less, right? And then people are scared because it's like, well, if I get all these cards and I try to make the best of the game and try to play at the highest level and then I just lose all this money really quickly, it's gonna suck. And but on the other hand, I do like that they're making cards more affordable. My big problem is that with a staple like this, instead of playing this game where some people get screwed, some people don't, either it doesn't get reprinted on time, people have to spend money, or it does get reprinted, some people lose money, is with a card like Fuaros, make it somewhere where, yeah, maybe it's some money, right? Don't get me wrong, some cards could be very expensive and want a reprint, but then there's a point of ridiculousness that I think Fualos has unfortunately crossed. Not that that card is not worth it, it's a crazy maxi, but that people really just, you know, get screwed over. I think if this was a super or a more attainable rarity, like if you see in Phantom Nightmare with Promethean Princess, Poplar, right? Those ultras held a lot of money. And if they were secrets, they would be insane. Because remember, Poplar was like 80 on sneak peek. Promethean was 80 during post. They were like 50s, 60s. I think Popular was like 70 even. And they were ultras, right? Fuaros could have been a super or a possible ultra, and things could have been a lot better. Now, before I move on to the next card, because I know you guys are tired of me yapping, the last thing I want to say about Fuaros, and I want to ask this question in the comment section below, is number one, do you think when, and it should be here, Perlino will be reprinted? Which, by the way, these are about 85 right now, because if Rage is already getting reprinted, what, 2 months in, not even, Puralia is easily on the chopping block, and including everything from Infinite Forbidden. Because once they reprint a card out of a core set, that whole core set can be reprinted at any moment. That is a rule that I've always seen. So I want that question. Do you think it's going to be in Stampede? And then my second question is, do you think that they maybe possibly are reprinting this to get more information on this card? And by information, I mean that Maxi is at 2 in the OCG. And I think that people always say, oh, OCG has Maxi, it'll come back. But no one ever thinks the vice versa. Oh, TCG does have Maxi, so maybe it'll suffer in the OCG. Which, granted, the TCG usually follows the OCG. OCG never really takes inspiration or follows the TCG very often, so it's not a thing. But maybe OCG is looking to ban Maxi, and they're looking at the TCG, and TCG is also looking at this to see how it is with Maxi while making a ton of money off everyone's favorite banned card. By the way, the QCs are 350, 400 here. Petite Moth, really quickly, if you guys don't know why this was in Stampede, I can tell you why, and I would put money on it. I don't give a damn if Konami doesn't want to confirm it. There's a huge meme with Ruxin34. By the way, shout out to Ruxin. Really nice guy. He actually has given me first of all, I've met the guy in person. Very, very nice. Second, I've actually sent him some packs before, and he's actually opened it and shot me out. He's shot me out multiple times. Really nice guy. You know, very, very, you know, nice. I mean, I know you guys hear that all in the community, but basically he has a meme about this card, and it's a pretty large meme, and they had to put this as QC for him. I'm sorry. That's the only reason I believe it's in there. There's no, oh, but the collectors. No, I think that Konami paid attention to one of the biggest probably one of the best by far Yu-Gi-Oh opening channels or card game opening channels of all time, and said, yeah, if we have to put this with fluff, let's give one funny card to the community. And we know memes sell too, so it might unironically not do bad as a pick. I know that sounds like copium. Number 69, Wappenhorn. This is the German one. This is not it. First of all, these are bought out. And as you see here, they're completely sold. Now, there wasn't many listings of this in the first place, but why is this card getting bought out? Why should we be looking at it? Well, heraldries have actually been announced to get support. The rares here are like 40 cents. Unfortunately, though, the archetype never saw play. I remember it coming out. I remember being interested, but the deck was just never relevant, especially because it got its support sprinkled in. Like, it started, I think, in Cosmo Blazer. Maybe, no, I'm not. Maybe Abyss Rising it started. I'm pretty sure it started in Abyss Rising, but someone can correct me in the comment section. Then they got more support later on, and nobody ended up playing the deck. But these are something that are going up because of that, and it is a number monster, so just a card to look at. Number 8, Herald King Ganom. This is another heraldic beat that has the Abyss Rising curse of never, ever, 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 ever seeing a reprint. Supers are 3s. First sets are $3. This card's been on low listings for a while. Do not let anything fool you. This card, as you see, has been selling like crazy. 3-2-2 like all day today. So if you guys want to get in before the hype, you got some copies here. It is also a number card, so people want to collect all the numbers. They have this. I do actually think having a number collection, if you had it over the years, has netted you so much profit. But that's just my opinion. Actually, it's not even just my opinion. It's just a fact. A lot of these number cards, especially in high rarity, have gone crazy over time. When I remember, they were affordable to me as a kid who grew up poor. And now they're something where you have to look at your paycheck and be like, okay, do I want a sizable amount to go to this one copy of a card? It's just something funny. Madolche Palooza, I went over Madolche's last market watch, but I actually did not see this buyout. Supers are right now $9, going up to like 15. I know the builds don't play this anymore. I still have my one singular copy, though, because I want to have every Madolche card, number 1. Number 2, I used to have this card in the main deck, so whenever stuff comes out for a more optimal build, I'm going to keep whatever I stop. This is my favorite deck after all. And this card has never seen a reprint either, and it is also used in hat format. These unlimiteds, they're not bad. You're getting them, unfortunately, here for about $7, but if you get both, you're really getting it for like 11 for both. So you're spending about 5.5. I mean, if you want the card to play, not too bad. But it is a card here. Kitchen Dragon Maid. Now, Dragon Maid's got support. Now, before I continue this, guys, if you haven't hit that like button, please smash it. If we get 100 likes on this video again, that would be wonderful. As well as, I'd love to hear from you guys in the comment section below of what cards we'll go over next market watch. Just hit the like button. It's free. Join our Discord. Look, you know, it's got awesome, like-minded people. You guys are going to enjoy the Discord. You really, really are. It's really fun, and it's very casual, so you can pop in after 2 weeks and see what all the huzzah is about. It's great. Chamber. Oh, well, actually, we didn't even look at Kitchen. Kitchens are getting about, you have 24 for light plays, and your mints are 30, going up to 40, 40, $50 here. Chambers, these are 22. Now, they're finally getting reprinted. It is confirmed. The golds are going down to, you know, from 30 to 15 here. The golds are not going to hold value. I would definitely get rid of the golds ASAP. If you have them, same with OGs here. Now, granted, I told people that I thought this was going to be in 3. But because it's a big leader of Stampede AK4, because they're using this to sell the set, they have it as one of the cover cards, and they're releasing Dragon Maid support. These haven't dropped like crazy. OG's holding 20. I am very happy with that. And then we have the Dragon Maid Hospitality QCs. So these are, I believe, part of the main set, so maybe that's not why they're not that crazy, but they're 13. Definitely something to go over, because people are going to want their high rarity Dragon Maids. I have actually said this, when we get Dragon Maid support one day, this card will go up, and it has been about a month, not even, and we're here. Parlor Dragon Maid Supers are 9s, going up to $15 for your copies here. So this card is also going up. Chamber, the Starlights are $175, and they'll probably go down. I will say this, if this goes to $100, maybe $90, I might get my copy back of this, you know, and that'll be like my good boy card for the month, because I wouldn't say to grab this at all. I just want one to throw in my personal binder because I really like it. It reminds me of ReZero Season 2, which, no, I have not seen Season 3. I'm going to wait for it to end, because ReZero is really not a weekly series. Like, it's just not. Bonfire here, QC. These are $30, $34, $35. So they are kind of going down a bit. But the problem is, if someone wants 3 copies, okay, it's back up to 35. You know, and then the next page shows us at what? 45, and there's no wall here. No, there's a wall for 21. But if everyone needs a playset, that's 7 people. That's not too bad. We go near mint verify, 21 listings, bombs out 40. Yeah, and I have a feeling that a lot of people who are buying the 34, 35s are just wanting the $40 copies. Now, I'm going to give you guys a tip when it comes to online buying. And it's called the rule of 3. People would rather, no, Tim, I don't want to talk to just yet. Shout out my boy Tim. So he's stopped multiple YCSs. Nice guy. $34, $35 here for these. People are gonna look at it and be like, yeah, I can say spend $105 on my set, not including taxes, or I could spend $120 and get the set the same day. And even if that doesn't make a difference, a lot of people will actually end up getting these copies. No joke. So just something to consider when you're selling online, that maybe if you have 3 or more copies, you might be able to do a little bit more at times. Again, not a financial advisor, but I've just noticed this trend not just on TCG Player, not just in Yu-Gi-Oh. So Book of Eclipse here, QCs, these are $30 here, 31. So going down a little bit here, Talents very quickly, $50 going up to 55, 57. Okay, not bad. Now we're going to talk about Malice very quickly. QC of these are 180, 195, 200. I said this card wasn't going to sell 300. It'll drop to 200 very quick. It did. I said I see this card stabilizing around 150, right? 150 to 200, right? It could go a bit further down, but it's at least but that'll be more into the future. But I said 150. Seeing these listings here, yeah, I could believe this card could easily go to 150. It might be 170, 160 on our next market watch. The QC White Rabbits, though, are still extinct. Someone bought one for $350, so officially we say it sells at 300. In fact, let's be real. The 280s, if it's selling at 285, is 300 really unrealistic? The Field Spell is a solid 200 here as well. And then the last card before we open up our 5 packs of Bonanza. If you haven't hit that like button, all that, do all that, because I know some people are going to tune out for the opening. Do all that. Join the Discord. Let me know what cards will go over in the next market watch down below. Let's see if we get 100 likes. Injection Fairy Lily QC. These are 18, 21, $22 for your QCs here. Honestly, not bad. I think this is going to be a collector card that's going to sneak up on a lot of people, because a lot of people who pull this is one of those cards that doesn't go into trade binders. It goes into personal binders, right? A lot of people who want this card, they're not looking at some long-term graph of, oh, I could sell this in a few years or nothing like that. They want the card because they finally have a high rarity Fairy Injection Lily that is not a old school Ultra from like DB1 or something, or Retro Pack, which, by the way, I still have my Retro Pack Injection Fairy Lilies, and I am not upset one bit. Those are still rare, awesome copies, and the Ultras look clean. They look like clean supers almost. In fact, you know what? I actually want to go very quickly over Cyber Sinus QC. $8 here. I believe this is also a GOAT card. Yeah, it is a GOAT card. This card is really, really cool as well. So yeah, $8, not that bad. Now let's get right into the pack opening. All right, we are back with another pack opening here. Switch to my camera. I haven't used this in a while. I usually only use it for deck profiles here. But hopefully, oh, the plat's at the front. I actually not noticed. We got a horrible plat. Can we at least get, okay, a Wanted, that's cool. Punishment title and a Secret Malicious. That's actually really nice. Even if it's not like plat or anything, I actually do like that they made this a secret, just for like older format, all that. Hopefully we get a QC here. You get a QC every 4 packs. 3 Nostalgia, 3 main sets. So with 5, we kind of have that chance where we could or we could not. We have another title here. We already got, no, this is our, we got a super title in the last pack, didn't we? Oh, yeah, we did. All right. Well, Ultra title, but, you know, same thing. Deep Sea Diva. CR Diva. That's kind of cute that they were next to each other. That's cool. I messed up, but it's a QC Draco Sack. Okay, so, and a Plat Chaos Emperor. That's actually really cool. Okay, so the QCs, the Plat's always at the front, the QC's at the back if you have one. Okay, I'm very happy with that. At least we pulled the 1 QC. We did get, since actually that's a card I should have looked up during this market watch, because back in the day, Draco Sack used to be about $200 because of Dragon Road. Now we got Plat Sangan here. Not a bad plat. Again, our plats are actually not bad. And just a secret Red Eyes Insight. Okay, so nothing in that pack. Again, not too upset. We pulled a QC that wasn't awful. So... Oh, wait, the QC's... This one's at the front. And it's a Red Eyes. That's awesome. Wow. That is cool. Why is the QC... I don't know what I'm doing here. But now we're probably just get like a pre-R ult. Oh. A Dragon Dark ulti, which this one already has some corner damage. Love to see it. And a secret sign-in mining, which I actually want these bulk for Malice. I don't want QCs. Maybe I want plats. Actually, if I order plats, they'd probably be $1 online. I won't have to worry about it. Now the next pack, I guess we're just going to try putting this in the back and seeing what happens. Tempest, I don't expect anything. 2 QCs, and they were actually good. These are a very good 5 packs. Definitely worth the $30 at Walmart. SP Little Knight Ultra, those are like 3s as well. That's just adding more free value. Okay, so this has to be a QC because we have a plat. So we have another QC somehow. I don't know how. Let's hope it's good here. And Sapphire Pegasus. Oh, and this is a plat. Okay, so I forgot. You could get technically 2 plats in the same pack. So that would be pretty broken if I had 3 QCs. That would actually be insane. So to have 2 plats, that's, I mean, at least, you know, it's a Pegasus. That's not an awful plat. I'm actually quite happy with this pack overall. I mean, plat, Ghost Girl too, very happy. With that being said, hopefully you guys enjoyed these little openings at the end of Market Watch. I do them once in a blue moon. It's been a very long time since I've actually done one. So I want to add one here just to give you guys a little more bang for your boom. And we'll see you guys in the next video. Just remember to smash that like button.